Hello everyone, welcome back to Structure Expert. Today we discuss about what grade of concrete and rebar should you for element in tall building. We will discuss about concrete strength, how to use concrete strength for slab, for beam, for column, for walls, and what is the difference when you use concrete strength in each element. And we also talk about the use strength of rebar. Now let's start. For a tall building, you can use a high strength of rebar. High use strength of rebar, either 460 or 500 or 600 megapascal, according to your. It depends on the load and lateral load applied on your column. So you can choose and optimize the section by increasing the strength of the concrete and use strength of the rebar. In tall building, it's a 32 floor building. We discussed in previous tutorial about how to design and how to modify section. We concerned about the joint between the concrete slabs, concrete beam with the upper and lower column. Now let's take a look. You has basement column or below column and upper column. In the tall building, we use the high grade of the concrete. You can design according to the load. Yes, the lateral load and gravity load. We use C40 or C55, or sometimes we use a higher concrete strength. For the normal concrete strength is strength below than 50 megapascal. And high concrete strength is a concrete strength greater than 50 megapascal. Between two higher material, higher concrete strength, don't forget about the flat slab, drops or beam. In between these two strong material, you have to also use the material similar or higher strength than the concrete column. You do not design the column to resist for the lateral and for the gravity load, but you the normal strength of the concrete slab. Example, you use C25 or C30, and you use the upper column and lower column C45 or C50 or C60 megapascal. Between this strong material, we have concern about the one layer of the slab. So indicate what is the concrete strength for the slab, for the beam, or for the drop. You can observe two different column and one layer of the concrete slab. Now let's estimate for more detail about how to estimate load in building. You can check my tutorial 3. Okay, check my tutorial 3 about how you can estimate load quickly. This case for the circuit load, we can estimate by the 8 meter multiply with the 4 meter and multiply with the story. Number of story is 32 and multiply with the estimate average load per square meter on slab. is equal 1.1 ton. And to consider it as the ultimate load, we multiply the safety factor of 1.425. This is the average safety factor of the load 1.45 and line load 1.5. So the total estimate ultimate load is equal to 16,051 kilonewton, and the moment we estimate it 20% is equal to 321 kilonewton. This one for the actual load. Sorry, the actual load. We take it from a tape. We take it from a tape. For the column at the basement, the ultimate load is equal to 16,262.32 kilonewton, and moment, ultimate moment for the measure assist is equal to 350.78 kilonewton. Now let's check in a tape. We view the result, the moment, and check for the combination, and for the positive wind load Y, click apply. C control key for rotation, C control key, and check about the measure C, yes, bending measure C, bending weak axis. Now click on one column, right click. So in the case I take the load at the base of the column. The measure axis, and the moment is at the back 350.78. Yes, 350.78. And for the actual is 17,262. 17,000. Now correct it. 17,262.32 kilonewton. That's correct. Okay. You can check for the moment axis, and for the moment positive wind direction. Yes, positive wind direction, axis, and measure axis. Okay, so we can ignore it. see here how you can estimate it quickly. You can check in my tutorial in YouTube channel. How to pre-dimension all three element part 1 and part 2. I post it in February 26, 2022. You can check more detail about how you can do quickly pre-dimension all the all-three structure. It also apply for the tall building and for the foundation, and how we use the grade of the concrete for the foundation. You can check in the tutorial 3. Now we based on the thickness, based on the dimension, and apply load, apply moment, internal moment, so we can compute the actual stress about the slab. Actual stress is equal to, yeah, now let's correct it. It's equal to 20.55. 20.55, and stress due to moment 2.1. Yeah, correct. So now change it to 20.55. $22.60. $18.5. So the axial stress due to axial load is equal to P over A. P is the ultimate load and A is the cross sectional area of the section. Is equal to 20.55 megapascal. And for the stress due to moment is equal to y over I. M is the ultimate moment and y is the distance from the the neutral axis to the top fiber of the compression. So it's equal to 2.1 megapascal. 2.1 megapascal. And you sum this stress each other, the final stress is equal to 22.6 megapascal and 18.5 megapascal. In the consideration, we do not take account of the rebar stress. We only consider for the concrete stress. And now let's check the design strength of concrete. Is equal to safety factor for the flexural and consist tension, we can reduce it to 0.85, and for the shear you can use 1 for the UK national edge. So it's equal to 0.85 multiplied with the SAK we use in this tutorial. For the concrete column and wall, it's equal to 45 megapascal, and divide by safety factor of concrete is 1.5, so it's equal to 25.5 megapascal. This is the design strength of concrete. So let's compare about the applied stress. Applied stress is equal to 22.6 maximum value, less than 25.5 ampere. So this value is acceptable. Now let's check for the concrete slab. In the case you use the higher strength of the concrete column to resist the lateral and to resist the gravity load, and you use the weak concrete strength for the slab, what happens? Now let's check. Let we use the C25. Okay, C25 concrete cylinder, 25 megapascal for the drop and for the slab. Now let's change from the 45 to the 25. It's equal to 0.85 multiplied with 25 over 1.5 is equal to 14.16 megapascal. So if you compare with the applied stress is greater than the design strength of the concrete in this joint between the column. So this joint will be crushed because the overstress. So when you use the high strength of the concrete for the column, you also should increase the strength of the concrete slab. You can increase it to 1.2 times or 1.3 times of the concrete column, or at least you should use the same as the concrete column. For the lower story at basement or at the first floor, second floor, third floor, you can check it with the interaction with force. It is very important when you design for the tall building and you select the material. When you use the concrete strength for the design, this is lateral and for the gravity load, and you forget about the between those two strong material we put the one big LC. So this is the problem. We have to check on the layer or slab. Now you see the result, and why we should use also the high strength or high concrete equivalent with the column, or similar with the column, or higher than the column strength. For the concrete strength, we increase it at the basement, at the first layer, at the first story, second story, or you can decrease every 4 story or 5 story. So at the basement we use the higher concrete strength, and for the upper story you can decrease it from floor to floor. You can decrease every 4 story or 5 story, or section you can decrease it. So you have to consider about the axial shortening and differential shortening. Don't forget about this term. Now let's take a look back to the previous tutorial. Yes, and now let's discuss about the strength of the concrete. We also concern about the axial shortening and differential shortening. Take on my previous tutorial talk about the axial shortening of the beading. You can check here. This is the total, okay, the total grip and elastic shortening plus recap. The peak value or the maximum value is around 2/3 of the beading height. This one is 100% of the beading height. This one is around 2/3 of beading height. Yes, it is the question. And now let's check about the differential shortening of the core wall and column. Also happen at around 2/3 of the beading height. Because when we design the concrete column, we want to optimize the section as possible. And for the core wall, the overall dimension of the core wall is greater than the column. And when you compare the stress in column is greater than stress applied in the wall. For the tall building, we should use high strength concrete to reduce grip and shrinkage. You know about the concrete is the time depends material. So to reduce the grip and shrinkage over time, you should use the high strength of concrete. Okay, if you increase the story to 40 story, 50 story, the concrete strength also increase. The high strength of concrete is over 50 megapascal. In the case we use 45 for the column and wall. In the section, we should verify section around 2/3 to check the differential shortening of the wall and column. You should keep the section of column, or you should decrease the section of column. Let's compare with the differential between the column and the core wall. The initial is also important. Initial Young modulus elasticity impact by the contraction stage. So when you increase the concrete strength, the E also increase. For tall building, for the long-term deflection, you can use E is equal the E effective is equal to 0.5 E cross. Now let's talk about the concrete strength of the ball pie and the pie cap. What is the concrete strength we should use? For the pie cap, you should use the concrete strength higher than the column, or at least is equal to the column strength. And for the concrete strength of ball pie, you can check more detail in my tutorial 3. I talk it very detailed in this tutorial. You can check design rebar in the concrete ball pie part 1, part 2 and part 3. I post it in the February 11, 2022. And for further tutorial, you can check in the single ball pie analysis and design. And this tutorial 3 about how you can analyze and design ball pie in creative urban design. And this tutorial 3 part also show you how to analyze and design ball pie in ATED software. So for the ball pipe, you can use a C30 or C35 for the maximum strength. Used in the concrete ball pipe, you can use a 30 or 35 megapascal. And for more detail, you can check in my recommended tutorial. Okay, you can come back and check it. I talk it very detailed with a reference document here. You can check. Thank you for your watching. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it today. Thank you.